A very important question that comes to the mind of humans, not of this era, but of every era, is how this universe is created and how human himself are created. And how this question comes to the mind of humans about universe is when he sees his surroundings. He observes the sun rising in the morning and the darkness getting disappeared, and in the evening the sun falling and the light disappearing. Observe a phenomena of day entering the night and the night entering the day, and he sees how a life is created from nothing. Observe the different stages of life from young to old, and observe the phenomena of death where the life suddenly comes to an end from being everything to being nothing. And when he turned around and see, he find these giant mountains erected on the earth, some covered with trees, other covered with snow. And he see the clouds arranging themselves and resulting in rain. And when he look at the sky in the night, he finds moon and stars, and he finds beautiful rivers coming from snowy mountains. And then he sees different kind of animals, some on land and the other in water. And he feels a different kind of weather from summer to winter and from back to winter to summers. Seeing all these wonder of the earth, he starts to think how this all started, where was the beginning, and how he himself came into picture. To understand the creation of the universe, he starts searching the concept of early people and the concept of people in the current era regarding the creation of the universe. And to the surprise, he finds it most important question that the humans tried to solve it over centuries, not limited to a particular segment, particular region, particular religion, particular era. It was common in all to find an answer to this question. In the early Babylonic period, Babylonians thought that the world is created by their own set of gods, who used to fight with each other for power. Early Greeks had similar concept of creation of universe to Babylon's, and in their concept, the universe was derived from chaos, the vastness of space that produces the first goddess, Gaia, and she created Uranus, who became her husband. In old ancient religion like Hinduism, there is no single story of creation. In one text, the god Brahma is described as performing the act of creation. In another ancient religion, Buddhism, there is no creator god. Rather, it teaches everything depends on everything else. Events are caused by the past events, itself becomes the cause of future events. The three Abrahamic religions, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, believes in a single God that created everything in the universe, and Adam and Eve, the two first human beings created by God. Ancient Greeks and the Indians tried to explain the creation of universe philosophically, Seeing water converting into ice and ice converting back to water, they suggested that all the physical material, are derived from a single primordial material. Initially, it was suggested to be water. Some also suggested it to be earth, water, air, and fire. In that era, the concept of infinite past and infinite future was also presented. The astronomical concept of the universe initially was presented in early Babylonic period and also in the Greek period. The suggestion was everything revolves around the earth. Later model presented that it's not the earth, it's the sun around which the planet revolves. Fast forwarding to the present era, the most accepted theory is the Big Bang theory. Briefly, the Big Bang theory suggests that the universe started from a hot, infinitely dense point. 13.7 billion years ago, this tiny singularity exploded, led to the creation of matter, energy, space, and time. The initial era was the radiation era, which contained the four forces of nature. The different stages of this radiation era, one or the other force were quitting. A stage of inflation of universe happened in the radiation era, in which the universe expanded to the size of a grapefruit. Radiation era, particles were present to form element, but universe at this stage was piping hot. So the universe cooled down, combined to form proton and neutrons. These proton and neutrons combined to form the first element of the universe called as helium, after which the matter era started and the radiation era finished. In the matter era, the universe further cooled down and the electrons got attached. The nucleus formed the second element called as hydrogen. These elements, under the effect of rotational forces, combined together to form the galaxies, and hence stars were formed. Heat within the stars in turn caused the conversion of helium and hydrogen to all other elements, which are the building blocks of everything that is present today in the universe. This theory answers many questions, but also leaves many questions behind. First question is where from this intensely dense point came from? What led it to explode? What was there before this singularity? What was it contained in? Everything must be in something. If time started after the explosion of this dense point, what will we call the events for the explosion of this dense point? In the radiation era, what led to the cooling of the universe? The different forces, nature that were appearing and disappearing in the radiation era, which laws were governing them? What led to the formation of neutron and protons? How electron was formed? Led the combination of electron with the nucleus to form an element, and what led atoms to combine together to form different kind of element, which are the building block of universe, and how come they led to make everything in the universe that we see, like water, air, fire, mountain, rivers, deserts, trees, plants. Does this complex chemical and physical process happened without any blueprint? These are the questions that makes a lot of confusion regarding this theory. We add only one factor to this theory, mind starts accepting it. That single factor is great knowledgeable, a great chemist, and a great physicist who knows what this intensely charged particle is when it is going to explode. He knows what will it lead to after explosion. He knows the mechanisms to cool the universe in the radiation era. He knows to play with the forces of the nature in the radiation era. One who knows the mechanism of combining proton and neutron to form helium. One who knows how to aid electron to the nucleus to form the hydrogen elements. The one who knows how to bring these elements to form other kind of elements. The one who knows how to use these different kind of elements to form the structures that we see: the earth, water, fire, sands, and trees. The addition of only one factor to this theory makes this theory more acceptable to the mind. Following this Big Bang theory, fine-tuned hypothesis was put forward, which suggests that conditions that allows the existence of observable life in the universe can only occur when certain universal fundamental physical constant lies within a very narrow range of values. And if they were not in that range, the universe will not exist. Hence, to keep things within this small range, there must be someone who keep them in balance. Without that, the world that we know of will cease to exist. Adding a single factor to these scientific theories made the concept of this universe easy for me. Did it do the same for you?